Good evening, members. My name is Teacher Godfrey Situ. Glad to meet you. We're here to fight and make sure you pass and get good results. Hope you're hearing me well. Can someone unmute and inform me whether what you're getting is coming out very well? Hello, are you hearing me properly? Hello, can one of you unmute and you tell me whether you're getting me properly? Hello, I want to start, but I want to see to get a feedback whether you're getting my voice very well. Good evening, members. Yes, Kangunga High School, are you hearing me well? Yes, Kangunga. Unmute and give me a feedback and I start. Are you getting me well? Okay. So, yes, someone has raised his hand. Nathan Murufu, are you hearing me? Can you unmute?
Yes.
You can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you.
I'm starting now. My name is Mr. Godfrey Situ. I'm a teacher of geography and history. I've come to facilitate you in history. Now, we have papers, but when they are setting history, it's not about papers because there are things which they cut across. You might be taught a topic in one paper and then it is set this side. For example, there's a question of World War, which is set this side, and there's a question of Ujama, which is, so they set history as a whole, as a paper. Now we're going to start from here. Okay. So now this history paper, a moment. Okay. So we have two papers, World Social, Economic, and Political History since 1800. And then we have History of World Affairs since 1789. So that's the paper structure. Now, if you look at that structure, we have section A and B, and the time is 3 hours. We have two compulsory items from paper 1, and section B has two optional items where you respond to 1. So you do a total of 3 questions. I beg my pardon. I've said we have the paper structure is for paper 1 is made up of 2 sections, section A and B. The time is 3 hours, and there are 2 compulsory items. Section B has 2 optional items, but you respond to 1. So you do a total of 3 questions. Then paper 2 has 2 sections, A and B, and it is 2 hours. There's 1 compulsory item, and then section B has 2 options. You choose 1. So paper 2 has total of 2 questions. Paper 1 has 3 questions. Hope I'm clear. I'm very clear there. So let's continue. Am I too fast? Then we go to now section A, item 1 has those topics. The social and economic institutions in Africa. It's unit 1, senior 5. Pre-colonial trade systems in Africa, unit 1, senior 5, and Islamic revolutions. So that's why they get the first item. And then the second item is gotten from this element of contract, which has post-colonial social and economic systems. That is unit 1, senior 6. Regional economic groupings and internations. That is unit 1, senior 6. Nationalization of education. Then challenges of African growth, World War II. So unit 2 comes from there. So they set 2 questions from unit 1. This item 1 is set from there. They set a composite question, that is item 1, and they set another compulsory question, item 2. Then they set questions from section B, where you choose one, or they can bring one. So scrum and partition, establishment of colonial rules, sovereignty and constitutionalism, foreign struggles for economic resource and unification, the growth of Pan-Africanism, the rise of nationalism, regional economic groupings. So all those topics are under one element of construct. So that is that. So from the last from the last element of construct, they set 2 optional questions here, and you choose one. Then from the first one, they choose one compulsory question, and from the second one, they choose one compulsory question. So you have to do a total of 3 questions. And these items, they don't call them questions, they call them items. So when they are setting history, it is set in 2 ways. So what do? They can do vertical assessment, where they can set from items across topics, where they don't pick one topic. They can set questions, but when the questions are covering like 3 questions or more. Then horizontal is where they pick one item from a topic, and then they set it. And every item they set has A and B. Item A is for analysis. Item B is for evaluation. Item B is for evaluation. So we're continuing now. We go to part A. Now, part A, for any item A, any task A of any item, it requires analysis. It requires analysis. And but before we go to analysis, you begin with an introduction. Now, this introduction requires you to identify the problem or challenge. The challenge is always gotten from the scenario. So you have to identify the challenge as a must. Then after identifying the challenge, you have to give an introduction. This introduction should identify the traditional foundations. You explain very well, you give the historical knowledge about what is set about. Then after that, you do a statement that links the introduction to the essay. So basically, in the introduction, you're supposed to identify a problem or challenge, then give an introduction. After giving that introduction, try to relate the introduction to the essay, then you start giving. Now, how do you write each point in section A? Now, section A is about analysis. So what do? You identify the traditional foundation, or you identify the point. After identifying that point, in a complete sentence, explain how it addresses the challenge. Then after that, state the expected outcome. Now you state your point. After stating your point, explain how it addressed the problem in the past and its outcome. Then support it with historical evidence and examples. Then you can somehow, somewhere, show its relevance somehow. We're going to see it when we're doing the real essay. So you write a well-organized essay with an introduction, body, and conclusion. So this is now how we do the introduction. You clearly identify and set the challenge, identified in the scenario. Then after that, introduce your give an introduction. After the introduction, write a statement linking your introduction to the body, then start writing your point. And as you're writing your point, as you're presenting your point, identify your point, explain how it works, show its outcome and significance. So, support your responses with evidence or multiple historical evidence and examples. So I'm going to part B. For part B, now for part B, you're expected to do evaluation. Oh, so all questions of part B, you evaluate. So it's about lessons that can be learned. So you're expected to make a judgment on the lessons that should be adopted. And you're supposed to present your essay or each paragraph with the following attributes. You identify the lessons from the pre-colonial, you identify the lessons you can learn from the question that are set. Then you explain how it addresses the challenge in the scenario. Then you set the expected outcome. Then consider the possible limitation where appropriate. Then support your responses with the relevant examples. So this is what they consider when they are scoring. Knowledge. So knowledge cuts across the introduction, the body, and the conclusion. So the introduction, when they are scoring the introduction, in the introduction, you must identify a problem in the scenario, demonstrate accurate and detailed knowledge of what is talked about, then explain the facts and analyze them. So the scoring, they start with the knowledge, then they go to evaluation. You have to make well-justified recommendation on lessons modern communities should adopt. Then there is coherence. That's where you give a clear introduction, identifying the historical problem in the scenario in that kind of order. You organize ideas logically throughout the body, present a relative conclusion with balanced judgment, and maintain a focus on both tasks throughout the response. Link the analysis with the recommendation for modern communities. So I'm going to start. This was just an overview. Now I'm going to start. A moment. So we're going to look at the items themselves and the structure of the setting. Maybe I can get a feedback if you're getting me well. Can I get a feedback?
Right, let's put in step motion.
Yes, when a college, maybe can you ask?
Sir, Good afternoon, Violo.
Good afternoon.
I would like to know more about part 2.
Okay, we're going to do it practically from the real question. Don't worry.
Okay. Wait. Yeah. One.
Okay, we're starting. But since it involves comprehension, can we get one person to read for us? Now, how do they set the item? That item has 3 parts. It has historical knowledge. They give you historical knowledge of what you've studied. They give you a background knowledge when they are setting. Then they give you a context. And the context starts from where you're seeing today. Then they give you the learner's role. Then they give a task. So when you're revising or when you're reading these items, when you're revising, Nathan, what are you saying? Nathan, you're raising your hand. Any problem? Okay, we can continue. Can I get someone to read first the item? Yes. Can you read the item for us? Rena College Mayuge, can you get one person to read first the item? Ochivoga says, any school? Hello? Everyone read that item, but I want someone to read it loud for everyone to hear. Yes? Unmute. Can you get one person? Everyone is supposed to read that item, but can we try to get someone to read it for us? Hello? Yes, can you get someone to read for us the item? Yes, who is reading the item? One of you read the item, please.
Continental College read.
I can't see the thing. Can't start. For many centuries before the coming of colonial rule, African societies developed well-organized social and economic systems that promoted unity, production, security, and social responsibility. Communities practiced communal land ownership, division of labor, trade, apprenticeship, S.6 systems, clan organization, and mutual support. Mechanisms that ensured the wealth of members. Leadership institutions regulated social conduct, settle disputes, and mobilize communities for development activities. These systems enabled societies to sustain themselves economically and socially while preserving their cultural values. Today, many communities...
First wait.
Okay.
Now, what you've read is what we call a historical background or knowledge. It talks about what you're going to talk about. Are we together?
Yes.
So all items will have that background knowledge about what you're going to answer. And you note that they are emphasizing whatever they are talking about, you need to emphasize is they're talking about communal land ownership, division of labor, trade apprenticeship, age-set systems, clan organization, mutual support mechanism. Now, if you look at that question, that is the vertical setting. A question which cuts across topics. Are we together?
Yes.
Because now communal land ownership, division of labor, trade, age-set system, clan, mutual support. So they are kind of merging topics. Are we together? So that's the historical background. Now, start from today. That is the context now.
Yes. Today, many communities are experiencing youth and unemployment, land conflicts, environmental degradation, declining moral values, increasing individualism, and weak participation in community development programs.
Now, first end there. Now, that's where our problem comes from. So you said there is youth unemployment, land conflicts, environmental degradation, declining moral values, increasing individualism, and weak participation in community development programs. So that's where you get your problem from.
Okay.
Now continue.
In one district, the local council, cultural leaders, and community development officers have expressed concern that many young people no longer appreciate the indigenous values that once promoted cooperation, accountability, and self-reliance. Consequently, they have organized a community dialogue to explore how selected pre-colonial African social and economic systems can be adapted to address these contemporary challenges and promote sustainable community development.
Very good. But you're going to be reading for us. Your voice is very clear, okay?
Okay.
So now, if you look at that, it has three parts. It has the historical knowledge, it has the context, then it has the role of the learner. The role of the learner starts from they have organized a community dialogue to explore how selected. Now, they're telling you what you're going to do. Is it clear, Paul? So that's why the scenario is going to be very big, because for that purpose, there must be historical knowledge or background knowledge. Then we have now the context, then the role of the learner. Now, the tasks are here. Now, these tasks have A and B.
Yes.
Now, each task has its demands. So they're saying analyze the structure and characteristics of pre-colonial African social and economic systems and explain how they are promoted social cohesion, economic productivity, and sustainable community life. Now, let's go to how it is attempted. So this is our response. Of course, you begin by stating the problem. Is it okay?
Yes.
You begin by stating the problem, then give an introduction. This introduction should talk about what they have talked about in the scenario. Is it okay?
Yes.
Extended families, clans, age-set system, traditional. Do you know something about them?
Yes.
So you talk about them, you give examples. Are we together?
Yeah.
Then after that, you tell us what they were doing. From the scenario, say this promoted social cohesion, increased productivity. Are we together?
Yes.
Then after that, write a statement that links your introduction to the scenario. For example, although many of these institutions have changed over time, Their positive value remain relevant in addressing some of the contemporary changes identified in the scenario. So you said the following are the ways through which these pre-colonial social and economic structures were solving the problems of the past. You get? So
Yes.
now what do we want in our answering? I've told you part A is for analysis.
Analysis.
Now you're going to look at your four fingers. Is it okay?
Yes.
Okay. Are you following people? The first point is telling us what were those ones, now because the question is cutting across, it talked about extended families, it talked about clans, you're going to talk about each item in a paragraph. Is it okay?
Yes.
So now the extended families, of course, promoted unity and collective responsibility in pre-colonial African society. That's how you state your point. Are you following?
Yeah.
Then in the next finger now is how did they work? Or what did they do? Are you following people?
Yes.
So they consist of grandparents, uncles, aunties, and who lived and worked together under the guidance of elders. They shared responsibilities such as child care, food production, etc., etc. Now, what was the outcome of that? This promoted. Now, the outcome should be related to the problem in the scenario. The outcome should be related to the problem in the scenario. Is it okay?
Yes.
So the structure promoted social cohesion by strengthening family relationship, cooperation, mutual support among members. Then you also look at if you have a point that it did and it is solving another problem in the scenario, you can also talk about it there. It also increased economic productivity because family members work together in farming and other productive activities while sharing labor and resources. Further, in that one paragraph, that's where I talk about extended families. So what do you emphasize? Give a point, then explain how it worked during that time and its outcome. Are you following?
Yes.
Yes.
Then after that, of course, you have to show how is it relevant up to today. Of course, these values remain relevant in addressing increasing individualism and declining moral values highlighted in the scenario. So at the end of the point, after explaining, you say, if somehow we have these values, if cherished, they can help. So you talk about their relevance at the end of the paragraph. Is it okay?
Yes.
Then you go to the next point. Now, what that I told you this question was set vertically across topics. So we look at now, we were done with extended families. In the scenario, they talked about clan system. Are you following?
Yes.
So it preserved cultural identity and maintained social order. That was done by the clans. I think you know your teachers taught you about the role of benefits or significance of clans. Are we together?
Yes.
So, of course, they preserved the cultural identity and maintained social order. You ask yourself, how? How did that happen? You have to explain how it worked. Of course, they united people who believed they shared common ancestry and were led by elders who are responsible for preserving customs and settling disputes and promoting unity. They promoted social cohesion. Now, there you're explaining how it preserved the cultural identity. Is it okay?
Yes.
Then what was the outcome of that? Now, the outcome shows how it solved the problem you're talking about in the past. Are you together? Are we together, Paul?
Yes.
So it enhanced economic productivity through communal ownership of resources, etc., like that, and to also promoted community. So you talk about what it did and which problems it solved. Now, you also give examples. You have to give evidence. For example, in Buganda, Acholi, Bunyoro, elders allocated land, settled the conflicts, etc. Then you end the point by showing that the conflict resolution and leadership values of the clan system remain relevant in addressing land conflicts and weak community participation identified in the scenario.
Yes.
Let's go to point 3. We go to the age set. I think you know what I'm talking about. This question was set across topics.
Yes.
The age set system promoted discipline, cooperation, and responsible citizen. Now, as you're writing your essay, how did it work during that time? Can someone tell us how you're supposed to write it? Can I get one person to get a feedback? So, how are you supposed to go about it? One of you tell me.
Pardon?
If you're writing your point in section that is subsection A of the task, which involves analysis, what are you supposed to start with in that one point?
Explanation of the point.
I said you state the point.
Yes. After stating the point, then you explain the point. How it
You
promoted
explain-
discipline.
First, wait. You explain by showing how they worked.
Yes.
And then you tell us the outcome of that. And the outcome is supposed to be solving a problem in the scenario, but how it solved the problems talked about in the scenario in the past.
Oh.
Are we together?
Yes.
Then from there, you tell us, how is this relevant to us now? So your essay should have 4 parts. Who can tell us those 4 parts now?
Point. Explanation.
What they
Explanation mean,
Maybe they send the link. Point.
Start again.
the point,
How
it worked,
Very good.
What they did.
the outcome.
What
The
they
outcome, but the outcome should be related to the problem in the scenario. Is it okay?
Yes.
Then the relevance to our
did. Then the
situation.
link.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, let us do one more point. Then we go to section B. Subsection B. Now we go to traditional leadership. Remember, it was mentioned in the scenario.
Yes.
So tradition provided governance structures that promoted peace and accountability and community welfare. Of course, the leadership of the past was done by the kings, chiefs, clan heads, council of elders. I think you know that. And these ones administered justice, mobilized committees for development. They are the ones who distributed land in centralized societies, etc. So the leaders were expected to serve the interest. The leaders were expected to serve the interest of the community rather than personal interests. So the outcome of that was it promoted social cohesion by maintaining law and order and solving disputes fairly. It also enhanced economic productivity by organizing. Are you saying that they are putting sub-points within that point? Yes?
Yes.
Then how relevant is that? It promoted sustainable community life by encouraging accountability, etc. So now, because I want to attempt so many questions, I'm going to end with the article subsection there. Are we together? Now let's go to part B. Now that's only for task A. Task B is totally different from task A. Are we together?
Yes.
Okay, let's go now to this
Item part 2.
part B. You're not supposed to write so many points because they have A and B. If you can write your 6 points,
Well, explain.
because we have section A and B. Write your
Yes.
6 to 8 points in that format. You get all the marks. Because when you write 6 to 8, those are 16 for one scenario. Is it okay?
Yes.
Then the other than 16, the other than 16. It requires out of time. That's why you shouldn't waste out of time. Then you conclude. Now we go to part B. Now in part B, you're supposed to show the extent. Of course, it is always going to be to a larger extent. Is it okay?
Yeah.
So, to a larger extent, selected pre-colonial social and economic systems remain relevant in addressing contemporary challenges identified in the scenario. Namely, you name those challenges. Okay? Are you following?
Yes.
So we start by stating the extent. You say to a larger extent, the selected pre-colonial African social and economic systems remain relevant in addressing contemporary challenges identified in the scenario, namely youth unemployment, land conflicts, environmental degradation, declining moral values, increasing individualism, and weak community participation. But now you give their limitation. You say, although modernization, globalization, and changing socio-economic conditions have transformed African societies, many African traditional values can still be adopted to promote. So you don't just say they work throughout. There are other things which can stop them from working. Are we together? Now this one, the point, you're going to do your 5 fingers. Are you hearing me?
Yes, sir.
Now we're going to look at what we learned from each institutions talked about. The first institution was the extended. The first institution was the extended family. So, which lesson can we learn from extended family? We can promote communal responsibility. Is it okay?
Yes.
So you begin by writing, the first thing is lesson. Promote communal responsibility. Then, after that, you go ahead and link it to what was happening in the past. Extended family emphasizes cooperation, collective responsibility, respect for elders, care for vulnerable members of the society. Are you seeing that we're linking it to the past?
Yes.
Then, you tell us that this can address increasing individualism, declining moral, etc., etc. Now, okay, let me give you the easiest way. Now, you give a lesson how you give your view, promote communal responsibility, but you can borrow a leaf from what they were doing. Are you together?
Yes.
But you can also suggest new things because things have changed. So how can you promote communal responsibility? So you can adopt those things which are new now that promote. Are we together? Then show the outcome of that by telling us the outcome, by telling us the problem solved. So the issue is identify the lesson, tell us what was happening in the past, explain what you can do to promote what you're talking about. For example, African societies can guide young people through storytelling, counseling, practical instruction. Are we together?
Yes.
Then what is the outcome of that? Of course, this strengthens family relationship, promotes responsible citizens, and improves social discipline. Are you seeing that it is indirectly talking about it is solving the problems in the scenario?
Yes.
Then you give a limitation. You give a limitation. However, urbanization, migration, and changing family structures have weakened the extended family. But then you say, nevertheless, the values of collective responsibility and mentorship remain highly relevant because they can be incorporated into modern family systems. Okay, let me ask one of you. Who knows, if you know a topic very well, in any paper, you can say, I can give you what to do and we relate it to what we are doing. If you know a topic, say, I know one topic and you tell me that topic.
Yes, Lord.
Which topic do you know? Which topic do you know very well? Comments,
Necessary
CDC.
topic.
Yes, any history topic you know?
And the history topic.
Eh?
Foreign struggles in South Africa.
Yes?
The French Revolution.
Okay, the French Revolution. If they said evaluate the lessons you can learn from the factors that led to the outbreak of the French Revolution to prevent the future occurrence. Evaluate the lessons you can learn from the factors that led to the outbreak of the French Revolution to prevent the future occurrence. Are you hearing? Are you hearing?
Yes.
Now, we have now one of the causes was the, which one do you want? Should we talk about the Marie Antoinette?
Yes.
Yes,
one?
character of Marie Antoinette.
Character of Marie Antoinette.
Marie Antoinette.
So the lesson we can learn from that, that I can give you in form of 3 ways. Leaders should avoid nepotism. Leaders should have control over their wives. Leaders should separate their families from politics. You get?
Yes.
Then you tell us that in the French Revolution, the king never had control over her wife. She would spend resources, etc., etc., etc. But now in modern societies, laws should be put, you suggest ideas, laws should be put that exclude family participation in politics. They should also put laws that ban family members from spending resources of the government. By doing so, this will control the influence of wives, sons, and daughters in the politics of the state. Are you getting me properly?
Yes.
However, this can be limited by too much love for the wife and for the members of the wife, or for the members of the wife or the family, and also favoritism. Are you following?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. However, despite these limitations, it can as well solve the problem of too much abuse of power from family members. Who can put it the way I've put it? First, tell us what were you supposed to do? Okay, you have that point of Marie Antoinette. Which lesson do we learn from that? Becomes the lesson. You begin by giving the lesson. So which lesson can you learn from that? No, let's get another factor. Cause of French Revolution.
Social classification.
Very good. So which lesson can we learn from social stratification?
Equality of all state members or citizens.
Very good. Don't state your point like that. Your point should be in a complete sentence.
Yes.
Is it okay?
Yes.
Government should ensure equality of all people and inclusivity in governance. Are you together?
Yes.
What happened in the past? France
Hello.
had what happened before during French time? There was class divisions. We had the clergy, the upper clergy, the lower clergy. You know those people who had all the power, the nobles, and these were not paying taxes, they were enjoying privileges, etc.
Yes.
Now, we can promote equality and inclusivity by doing what? By giving positions based on merit and academic qualifications. By providing equal opportunities to all members, regardless of their tribes, etc., 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 etc.
Yeah.
Yes.
Are you
Promoting
following?
democracy. Yes.
Yes, promoting democracy. Now, how can that solve the problems talked about in the scenario now? If the problem was disunity, misgovernance, this in turn will promote equality, will lead to unity, peace, and coexistence. Are you getting me?
Yes.
Then you have to show the limitation of that in that very paragraph. However,
Yes.
tribalism, nepotism, which other one is deeply rooted into people's mind. It can limit its effectiveness. Are you following?
Yes.
Yeah.
But despite this limitation, if those policies are well adopted, they can solve the other problems you talk about them now. Now, in what I'm talking about, what are you supposed to write in your essay now, in that paragraph? For example, you're writing your paragraph.
The government should promote.
First, tell me you're supposed to give this, 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 and this. The first line is about
The point.
the point, not just the point, the lesson.
The lesson.
Then the second point, but it's supposed to be in that one paragraph. You link it to that, we call it historical evidence.
Historical evidence.
Is it okay?
Yes.
The third point,
Give the view.
what you
Yes.
can do, what
ideas.
you're going to do, like
Yes.
the steps you're going to take, so to meet to get to the lessons you talked about.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Then after that, you can you give examples.
Sure.
Examples are needed. Then
You show the outcome, also the
very
problems.
good. Very good. Then
Then you give the however side of the limitation.
very good. Now, can someone discuss for us point 2? And you, as you're discussing, you tell us this is this, this is this, this is this.
Encourage communal labor and cooperation as the lesson. As the lesson learned. Then pre-colonial African societies worked together during farming, house construction, road maintenance, and protection of community resources. This
What is
is the
that?
historical evidence.
Historical evidence, yes.
This lesson can address youth unemployment and weak community participation, highlighted in the scenario by encouraging cooperative farming, community service, youth volunteer programs, and local development initiatives. This is the lessons or the suggested ideas or the
And this
adopted ideas.
Very good.
For the examples are, for example, the Baganda practiced Bulungi Wansi, where communities worked collectively for the common good, as the example.
And evidence.
Yes. This promotes teamwork, increases community ownership of development projects, and strengthens self-reliance, the outcome of the point.
Which is connected to the problem in the scenario.
Yes. However,
All together?
However, modern lifestyles and expectations for financial rewards have reduced voluntary participation. This is the however side or the limitation of the lesson. Despite these limitations, communal labor remains relevant because it promotes active citizenship and collective responsibility.
That is very advanced. Now, count for me what you're supposed to write in a paragraph.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
There are more than.
Yes.
There are more than 5. Look at the lesson 1. Historical linking, historical, like historical, 2.
Mm.
How to address what you do. How many are those?
Those are 3,
Then example,
4,
then outcome of that and the problem solved.
5,
Then the limitation,
6,
then the relevance.
7.
Are together?
Yes. Despite
Okay. So I think we're together now.
Yes, sir.
Okay, can I get another one to talk about this?
Another one.
Another person?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes?
I'm asking the question for party B, they are lessons, right?
Yes.
So when
And part B asks for evaluation, assessing.
Yes.
Now, for all part B questions, this is how you attempt. Is that okay?
Yes.
Mas, I'm still asking
Mm.
if the action verb is evaluate
Mm.
or assess,
Mm.
then why do we begin with to a larger extent? Because do we have to
Okay,
begin with
it's
to a
okay.
larger
It's not.
extent?
But it's always better
It's
to
always
support what is in the question. It's always
Yes.
better to support what is in the question. But it's okay. It's up to you to give your view.
Then
Is
do
it
we have
okay?
to also do the introduction for part B?
No, the introduction, I think I gave it to you. It's not the other introduction, but I think you forgot. If you look at this, you tell us your stand.
Introduction.
Are you seeing?
Yes.
Then you come
Before
and tell us that they remain relevant in addressing contemporary challenges identified in the scenario. Then you identify those challenges. Are you seeing?
Yes.
Are you seeing the scenario? You don't give the other introduction. You come,
No,
just tell us the extent. The other
what I'm
introduction is,
saying, this looks like a standpoint,
yes,
not the introduction.
yes, and that's what I'm talking about. So the standing point, you give the standing point, then you like that. You don't go for the introduction again. Okay, can I get another person to talk about this?
Okay. Yes.
Oh, you've learned. Should we go to the next question? Should we go to the next item?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But now this one, you're going to, you give a conclusion. I'd forgotten. You give a conclusion. Okay? Chiboga parents, says,
Yes.
you've raised your hands. Can you ask your question? Wanyangi girls. Serere, you can ask your question if I continue. Yes? Serere, get one person to ask your question if I continue. Can I continue?
Yes.
Nathan? Okay. So, we have that item. Can we get someone to read it for us? Now, this item is picked from one item. It's all about clans. Are we together?
Yes.
Okay. Who is the other girl who read? Can read again. She was loud and clear.
Item 2. For many centuries before the coming of colonial rule, the clan institution was one of the most important social and political institutions in African societies. It gave members a sense of identity, belonging,
First wait. You're going to identify for us the historical knowledge, the context, and the learner's role. Yeah?
Okay.
Okay, try. Don't worry. Start.
You mentioned the historical what?
The historical background or the historical knowledge or the background knowledge. The context, okay, the context starts from today. Okay, just read anyway. Just read.
Okay. For many centuries before the coming of colonial rule, the clan institution was one of the most important social and political institutions in African societies. It gave members a sense of belonging, identity, and shared heritage. Clan leaders regulated social behavior, settled disputes, allocated land, organized activities, preserved cultural practices, and ensured the welfare of community members. Through clan leadership, communities promoted unity, transmitted values from one generation to another, and maintained peace and social order. Today, many communities are.
First wait, that is now the historical knowledge I talked about in the scenario. They give you that background knowledge about what you're going to talk about. Is it okay?
Yeah.
Then we go to the context. They're relating it now to your society or to your community or to your country. You get? Okay,
Yes.
read from today.
Today, many communities are experiencing declining cultural values, increasing family conflicts, youth moral degeneration, land disputes, weak community participation in development programs, and a growing disconnect between generations. In one district, cultural leaders, religious leaders, and local council officials have observed that the weakening of the clan institution has contributed to these challenges. They have organized a cultural dialogue to examine how positive values and practices of the clan institution can complement modern governance and strengthen community development.
Thank you very much. So we have three things in that essay. Who can identify them?
The historical knowledge,
Very good.
the context,
The last one is learner's role.
Learner's role.
They have organized a cultural dialogue to examine how positive values and practices of clan institution can complement. So they're telling you what they want you to do. That's your role.
Okay.
Is it okay? Can you tell your members what is in that scenario? What they should consider as they're trying to do comprehension? Tell them. As you're reading, what should you look for?
We look for the historical knowledge in the scenario.
Or the
That
background
is
knowledge.
part of the book. Yes. It comes first in the question. Then we look to the context or today's reference. What is happening today? Which starts from the statement. Today, many communities are experiencing what. And then we go to the learner's role. What you're tasked to do. And that is, they have organized a cultural dialogue to examine how positive values and practices of the clan institution can devolve, complement modern governance, and strengthen community development. This is what we as learners are tasked to do or write in the paper before we read the task.
Okay, write for us task A.
Analyze the importance of the clan institution in pre-colonial African societies as the foundation of shared values, cultural heritage, and governance. These are the three items that were talked about in the scenario, shared values, foundation of shared values, cultural heritage, and governance. The clan leaders, the sense of belonging and heritage, the and so on.
Okay, now what's the problem now? Because we have to state the problem in our introduction.
Oh, okay.
Many communities are experiencing declining cultural values.
Increasing family confiance, youth moral degeneration, land disputes, weak community
Participation in development programs
and a
and
growing
growing
disconnect.
disconnect between generations.
That's the problem.
So I think
that's
we
the
can now
problem.
identify the problem, right?
Yes.
Now, what are we supposed to put in our introduction now? What is the scenario about? What is the scenario talking about?
The clan system.
Clan. Okay?
Yes.
Do you know, can you say something about clans? What are they? What are their features? Are you together?
Yes.
Do you know examples of clan? For example, in Buganda, we have Mamba, Chima. In
Jogo
Iteso,
clan,
you have clans
Loboma,
like what? In Iteso, you have clans like what?
It's a
It is what?
Hmm.
It is a Duinayo clan.
In Imbale, which clans do you have?
In Imbali, which clan?
Which clans do you have?
Yes.
Yes, it's in
So you have to
clan.
give us that good introduction. Are we together?
Yes.
Then you write a statement that is linking. That is linking. I think you know that statement I'm talking about. You can't just connect your introduction to the points, right?
Yes.
Okay. So now we go to the points. Now who is discussing for us now? But as you're discussing, emphasize what I was talking about. The first point is there. Hello.
Hi.
Number one.
Clan
Who's discussing it?
institution.
promoted shared values through unity and collective responsibility.
Do you know we are doing part A?
Yes.
Part A, what do we want?
Analysis.
So in analysis, what do we look at?
Give a point.
The historical knowledge. The context. Oh, the
We're looking
point.
at the points in item
Yes. The
item
point.
A.
What they do.
Point, explanation, how it worked, and the relevance in today's life.
Don't rush. We said point,
Yeah.
how it worked. Is it okay? What they did.
Yeah.
Then the outcome.
Then the
Is it okay?
relevance.
Yes.
And how is that relevant to us today? So what have I just said?
The point.
What they did.
How it worked. Or what they did.
Yes.
The
And in that
outcome.
one point, because you know what clans do, you can even give another point within the same point. Are we together?
Yes.
Okay, can someone now discuss point number one, another point number two, like that?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
What if you give the point, then the explanation? I think that in the explanation is where you give what they did and the outcome, isn't it?
Plus
it's
example.
No, the explanation of the point.
Okay, I'm saying, you know clans. You deal with
Yes.
clans, right?
Yes.
You know what clans did, but now you look at the problems in the scenario. The outcome must be related to the problem in the scenario. Are we together?
Yes.
At the end of every point, you have to show that they solved this problem and this problem in the past. So then after that, okay, let's start by looking at the point. So the point is
The
clans
clan
promoted.
institution
Mm,
promoted shared values through unity and collective responsibility.
mhm.
Clans
Read.
brought together people who believed they shared a common ancestor and identity,
Mhm.
creating strong bonds of brotherhood and cooperation.
Mm.
Members supported one another during marriage ceremonies, funerals, farming activities, warfare, and periods of hardship.
Okay, first end there. Now, what's that you're telling us now?
What they do? What they did?
Very good. So now in your point, you have the point and what they did, right?
Yes.
Now, what was the outcome of that? And related to the problem, you talked about how, for them, how are they doing it to solve the problems they are facing in the scenario. Are we together?
Yes.
So, what is the outcome? It strengthened shared values,
Such
such
as
as
Such as
cooperation.
cooperation, mutual
Uh-huh.
responsibility,
Mm,
respect, and solidarity,
mm.
thereby promoting social cohesion with communities.
Full stop.
Within communities, sorry.
Full stop. Now
That's
this
the
one, because
outcome.
first wait. Now this one, because he had another point he wanted to talk about. He brought it there also. You get?
Yes.
It also enabled the members to work together in productive, increasing economic
Activities.
key. Are you getting it?
Yes.
Okay, can I get another person to do first point two? A boy?
2. The clan institution preserved cultural heritage and strengthened community identity.
What's that?
That's the point.
Uh-huh.
Clan elders preserved and transmitted information about ancestry, migration, customs, taboos, proverbs, songs, and traditional ceremonies through oral traditions.
Mm. Totems?
Totems and clan symbols helped members maintain a strong sense of identity and belonging.
What is that now?
What they did.
Uh-huh. Then go.
This preserved cultural heritage by ensuring that indigenous knowledge, customs, and traditions were passed from one generation to another.
Full stop. Then that very point has another problem. It
also strengthened social cohesion because members appreciated their shared history and identity.
then they gave evidence.
Yeah, for example, Baganda clans preserve their identity through clan totems and oral traditions.
Then how is it relevant? Is the last point today.
Yeah. These practices remain relevant in addressing declining cultural values and the growing disconnect between generations highlighted in the scenario.
Are you seeing how they are linking the point to the scenario?
Yes.
So what have you talked about now?
talked about the relevance of the consideration.
What have you talked about? Supposing now you're a teacher and you've gone to a village school and you're facilitating and you're telling learners, you're teaching them how to write the essay of section A. Now you're a teacher. I'm listening.
First of all, it was the point. And then what they did. And then the outcome of what they were doing.
And the outcome is related to solving how they solve. Okay. But boys are very quiet. Can we get a boy to talk about that point?
Boys. You only have 2 boys.
Other schools also participate before. St. John's, Riantonde?
He's coming.
Okay.
The clan institution.
Okay, so
For real comprehensive, you're raising up your hand, say something. Unmute and say something. St. John's Lianton, say something. Serere,
To call him muted.
say something, people. You're raising your hands.
Let me talk about
Yes?
point number 2.
Yes.
I start. Shared morals, values.
Yes.
Okay, you're bootstracking it. Okay, the clan institution promotes shared morals, values, and social discipline. That's the
How?
point. That's the point. Clan elders taught young people acceptable behavior, honesty, respect for elders, loyalty, hard work, and responsibilities through guidance, storytelling, and customary practices. Members who violated clan norms were disciplined according to accepted customs.
What's that now?
That's what they did.
Very good.
This promoted shared values by encouraging responsible behavior, discipline, and respect for community standards. It also strengthened peaceful coexistence and ensured continuity of moral values across generations. For example, that is the outcome, first of all. Now we are going for example. Many African societies used clan elders to guide young people through moral instruction and practical training. These values remain. Okay, that's the evidence, and we are now going for how is it relevant today. These values remain relevant in addressing youth moral degeneration identified in the scenario.
Okay, so should we leave this question? St. John's Diantonde, unmute and ask your question.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Do you have questions before I continue?
no.
Let's continue.
Okay. So we go now to B. Should we go to B?
Yes.
Task B?
Yes.
Okay. Who's good? Okay. Can someone? I think the how they evaluate.
Yes.
To a larger extent, the values and practices of clan institutions remain relevant in addressing contemporary challenges in the scenario. Then you name the challenges. Are we together?
Yes.
Then after that, then you say, although modern, it is. So we go to the points now.
Yeah.
What do you want there in item B?
Response 1.
The lesson learned, the historical evidence,
Historical,
suggested ideas for them to
very
adopt.
good.
Then show the outcome if they do that. Then they, however, cite
First wait, show the outcome in relation to
the
the problem in the scenario.
Yes. Before that, we first give the evidence. Then they show the outcome of the problem in the scenario. They, however, cite all the limitation and also the relevancy.
Very good. So can you discuss for us point 1?
Promote unity and collective responsibility to strengthen community participation.
Now, first wait, you're learning that from the clans which are promoting unity and collective responsibility. Are you getting it?
Yes.
So after learning from them, you're also learning to promote unity and collective responsibility. How? No, historical. What was happening in the past?
The clan institution emphasized unity, brotherhood, and collective responsibility among members who regarded themselves as one family. Members worked together in community activities and supported one another during times of need. This lesson can address the weak and active involvement in community development programs.
That's right. This lesson can address the weak community participation identified in the scenario.
Sorry.
Are you seeing?
Yes.
By doing what?
By encouraging cooperation, volunteerism, and active involvement in community development programs. For example,
This is not answer.
sorry.
Yes, let's continue.
For example, Baganda, Basoga, and Banyoro class organized communal activities that benefited the entire community. This can strengthen social cohesion, increase community ownership of development programs, and promote peaceful coexistence. However, excessive loyalty to clan interests may promote tribalism if not balanced with national unity. Nevertheless, the values of unity and collective responsibility remain highly relevant in promoting community participation.
Now, if you're an examiner, tell me where you would put the tick. How would you score that?
Like the lesson learned.
Okay, first wait. Beatrice, secondary school, Chankwanzi. Can you unmute and ask your question? Beatrice? You're not clear? Then Mukongolo High School. Ask your questions. Power in Christ.
For me, I wanted to know the minimum number of points a learner can put for an item.
Now, since the item has A and B, task A and B, you can give, if you can write very fast, you can give 8. If you're slow, you can write your 6 points. 6, that becomes 12, or 8, it becomes 16, right? For one number. Is it okay?
Okay.
Then teacher is a teacher who has asked a question.
Yes.
So please ask. Okay, then Nathan Lefu.
Yes.
The rest unmute if you're not asking. Nathan. Okay, see here from Adlang SS. Adlang. Adlang SS.
Come on.
Adlang, we can't hear you. Okay. Let me continue.
No problem.
Can you ask?
As well, they give you a chance.
I'm not hearing you.
Please connect.
That is my question.
This is what I just speak. Just speak. You ask.
Okay, sir.
Ask.
Is there a need? Okay, sir. Is there a need to give introduction and a conclusion in A part and B part? Or it is all a part?
The conclusion is for you give conclusions for each, but now the introduction, I gave you the format. Show, evaluate, give the extent. After giving the extent, identify the problems you're going to solve and show the limitation, then you continue.
Then maybe, sir,
Yes.
like in the item 1, we had like a city foundation. That was the age groups. Then we had a clan. Then as well, we had the community production. Like you said, you to give like 6 points from 6 to 8. How about if I base my points more? So I maybe base in one foundation, like a clan, to give like 3 points. Then the other ones I minimize the points to make 6. Is there a penalty?
No, you have to talk about all of them. You have to talk about all of them because they are mentioned in the scenario. Okay?
Yes.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So we're going to continue. Maybe, sir, can you remind us in section A what we're supposed to do? You're facilitating now. And section B, you can remind our students. Hello?
Part B. Like part B, where I was still giving where to put my tick. Like they say that the lesson learned.
Yes.
Like, there is also like the historical evidence. There is how to adopt or suggest new things. There is like even you show the outcome. And there is the limitation where like you say that yes, it can do this, but the limitation part or the however, where you put your however what?
Aside.
Yeah. And the relevance.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
So yes, what were you saying, madam?
Master, let's continue.
Okay. Give me 1 minute. I'm sorting out something, then I will continue.
Take our question.
Mr. Wood. Take our question now.
Okay, who is ready?
We are ready.
Who is ready to teach us 2 points now?
Sorry.
Who is ready to teach us 2 points? I'm going to display them.
Continental is ready.
Continental is ready.
Okay. Okay, Continental, you're giving us this point.
Yes.
What on lessons, right?
Yes.
On lessons. Okay, Continental, you're giving us this point. Bukedi College Kachenga, you ask after Continental. Continental, talk about that point.
Yeah. Oh.
Who is talking about? Okay, anyone talk about that point? Whoever is ready.
Use traditional conflict resolution mechanisms to settle disputes peacefully. That's the point. The clan institution relied on elders, mediation, dialogue, and reconciliation to resolve disagreements before they escalated into violence. The lesson can address the land disputes and family conflict identified in the scenario by encouraging peaceful negotiation and community-based conflict resolution. For example, This is the evidence.
What's that?
The evidence.
What's that?
No, the one above is
Okay, start and tell us that this one is this one is this. Restart.
okay. Use traditional conflict resolution mechanisms to settle disputes peacefully. That's the point.
That's what? Not a point. That's a what?
The lesson.
Very good.
The clan institution relied on elders, mediation, dialogue, and reconciliation to solve disagreements before they have escalated. They escalated into violence. This is the historical evidence. This lesson can address the land disputes and family conflicts identified in the scenario by encouraging peaceful negotiation and community-based conflict resolution. This is how the suggestion or how to adopt. For example, clan leaders among the Waganda, Acholi, and Banyoro settle disputes through customary mediation and reconciliation. This is the historical evidence.
Very good.
This promotes peace, strengthens relationships, and reduces hostility within communities. That is also part. No, it's not. Sorry.
That's
However,
what? No.
this promotes peace, strengthens relationships, and reduces hostility within communities. This is the outcome.
So that's the outcome, which is solving a problem mentioned in the
Identified
scenario.
problem in the scenario, yes.
Don't forget.
However, okay. However, some complex disputes require formal legal procedures and judicial intervention. This is the limitation, or the however side, as we talked about. Nevertheless, traditional mediation remains relevant because it complements the formal justice system by promoting reconciliation. And that is the relevancy of the point.
Now supposing you're a teacher, where would you put your ticks now?
The lesson learned, which is the point. The historical evidence. The suggested idea to solve the problem in the scenario, the outcome, the outcome of the what? The outcome to solve the identified problem in the scenario, plus the however side, the example, and the relevancy.
Very good. Let's get another person to do that one.
Preserve cultural heritage through clan traditions. That's the lesson learned. Clan institutions preserved customs, oral traditions, totems, ceremonies, and indigenous knowledge by transmitting them from one generation to another as the historical evidence. This lesson can address the declining cultural values and growing disconnect between generations highlighted in the scenario by promoting cultural education and appreciation of indigenous heritage. That's how to adopt a suggestion. There is even, for example, Baganda clans preserve clan histories, totems, and responsibilities through storytelling and cultural ceremonies. This strengthens cultural identity, social belonging, and respect for community traditions. As the outcome, there is even the however, some traditional practices may require modification to conform to constitutional principles and human rights, like the limitation, as some practices, like, because some African practices are barbaric, so they may confront the constitutional principles and human rights. There is even so, preserving positive cultural values remains essential for national identity and social cohesion. as the relevance.
You're good, you people.
You're welcome.
So can we hear from Mtare School? Anyone from Mtare School to say something? Yes.
My concern was the introduction, because the teacher told us that when you are in the introduction, you can at least identify like 2 or 3 points that you're going to explain in your body.
You identify what?
You identify some points that you are going to explain in your body and you put them in the introduction.
And it depends on the question. If the question is vertical, like now age groups, clans, you have to talk about those ones in the talk about each in the introduction. Is it okay?
Yes.
But this one is one. It's just talking about clans. Are you together? So after stating your problem, tell us something about clans, the features of clans. You can even give the examples of clans. Then you write a historical statement, which we call the historical linking. Then you go to your body.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Can you give us 1 point, sir, before you go? Yeah?
1 point.
Give us 1 point. Okay. Top times Chengera. Top times Chengera, say something.
They cannot see.
The rest, unmute, please.
Yes, and just read.
We are actually asking
Hello?
whether are there.
Yes, the St. John's is relevance compulsory in part A.
It is called what question?
Is relevance compulsory in part A?
Hello.
Network. Is relevance compulsory in part A?
Yes.
Of course. It's a mass city.
Hello, is it?
Relevance is a
It's a mass city. Are you replying?
Pardon.
Oh.
On every point, you have to write there the relevancy. You end with the relevance on a point.
You've not been following.
It does it.
We've been following by network.
Disturbed by network. Sorry.
Network is a problem.
If you really need your tick, you can put the relevance. But if you're not interested in your marks, you can.
Interested.
Yeah.
Simple. Another point.
Relevance is a must.
Another point.
Let's go for another point. You don't have to.
Strengthen using some.
Strengthen youth leadership and
Will we go on?
And so we proceed.
Yes. Let's go.
There we go. And then let's go on another point.
Strengthen youth leadership and responsibility through clan participation. That's the
Yes, the point.
That's the point.
So the lesson learned.
Yeah, as a lesson. Young people were gradually introduced to leadership responsibilities through participation in clan meetings, communal work, and cultural activities under the supervision of elders. That's the historical evidence. This lesson can address youth morals.
This lesson can address youth moral degeneration and weak community participation identified in the scenario by involving young people in leadership, decision-making, and community service.
For example, many African societies assigned age-appropriate responsibilities that prepared young people for adulthood and leadership. That's the examples, the evidence says. This develops confidence, responsibility, and commitment to community development. However, modern education and employment patterns sometimes reduce youth participation in traditional community structures. That's the however side. Nevertheless, youth involvement in community leadership remains relevant because it promotes active citizenship and prepares future leaders. That's the relevance.
Hello.
You understood?
Hello?
Why not? Some of them are muted. Couldn't figure out where they.
Be audible.
Excuse me, facilitator. Excuse me, facilitator.
Yes?
Yeah.
There is a lot of noise in the background. Can we be ordered?
Yes, sir. Okay.
Yes, I can feel it.
He was eating what is being fed. So
First section A. Numbers. Paper one. There are some things that can do. That is the only
like one of the storytelling. What was the purpose why they are telling them? To encourage
Please,
them to live together.
excuse me.
Yes.
Please, can we go back and we see the approach of our question approach?
Yes.
Are we not going to discuss item?
Can someone who has understood to tell us the approach of the question?
Yeah, I explain to them.
Paper two. Master.
Production.
Master.
Yes.
Ask his listen.
Are discussing. Discussing paper two.
The man is busy. The man is busy.
Which man?
The teacher.
The guy that just quiet.
Hey guys.
Those are one the challenges in the question.
We on
Kind of
item
problem with
3.
the question.
Master. Someone read for us item 3 so that we proceed. Your
Before
time back.
colonial.
Can you read it?
Before colonial rule.
Before colonial.
Hey.
Continue. Continue.
With item 3.
Yes.
Okay.
Before colonial rule, African tradition. Subhanallah. African traditional religion was an integral part of life in many African societies. It shaped people's beliefs, values, and social relationships through respect for God, ancestors, spirits, and the natural environment. Religious leaders guided communities in matters of morality, conflict resolution, environmental conservation, and social justice. Through rituals, taboos, sacrifices, festivals, and moral teachings, African traditional religion promoted honesty, respect for life, hard work, communal responsibility, and peaceful coexistence, while preserving indigenous knowledge and cultural heritage.
What's that?
Historical background.
Historical
Background. Today, many communities are experiencing increasing cases of corruption.
The rest keep quiet when I let her talk.
It was the problem. The problem.
Let's continue.
No, we can't see the thing.
We can't see the question.
Can you see now?
No.
You can't see?
Yes.
Okay, let's work on it. Guy, it is there. Are you seeing it now?
No, it is good.
Screen sharing. Okay.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, yes. Now we can see
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Today, many communities are experiencing increasing cases of corruption, drug abuse, domestic violence, environmental degradation, declining moral values, and weakening respect for cultural heritage. That's the problem. In one municipality, the District Culture and Heritage Committee, together with religious leaders and education officials, has expressed concern that many young people are abandoning positive indigenous values that once promoted responsible citizenship. They have organized community dialogue to explore how the positive teachings and practices of African traditional religion can complement modern efforts to promote responsible behavior without undermining constitutional rights and freedom of worship.
That is the learner's
Okay,
role.
okay, thank you. Now we're helping the person who wanted the question approach. I told you now if you look at this scenario, it has three parts.
Yes.
It has the historical knowledge that is related to what they're asking about. So we're talking about traditional African religion. Is it okay?
Yes.
Traditional African religion. Then you are also talking about African tradition. Okay, traditional African religion. Then they give you a context. A context starts from today. Are you seeing today?
Yes.
Then they also give you the learner's role. They have organized a community dialogue to explore how. Are you getting it?
Yes.
Are you there?
Yes.
Yes, we are.
Now, we begin by identifying the problem. So what's the problem in the scenario?
Today, many communities are experiencing increasing cases of corruption, drug abuse, domestic violence,
environmental degradation, declining moral values, and
weakening
respect for cultural heritage.
That's the problem.
Then you give your introduction. The introduction should talk about African traditional religion. Do you know the beliefs, the features in that religion? Were you given the features or beliefs?
Yes.
Do you know the examples of traditional African religion?
Examples. Examples of which are traditional African religion.
Like
the
Luhanga.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Musoke, those things. Lungu. Then after that, write a statement linking. Is it okay?
Yes.
So the task is there. Who can read for us the task?
Analyze the role of African traditional religion in preserving societal knowledge and values in pre-colonial African societies.
Yeah. Now, but they can use other words. Assess, discuss. Are you together?
Yes.
But what you know that section A has its demands and section B has its demands. Is it okay?
Master.
So can I get
Master?
Yes?
When they say assess, it's two-sided.
Of course. We can have negative lessons also.
Okay.
Okay, now this is our point. Can we get some? Then after this item, we're going to go to European history. I didn't do items, but we're going to based on what you know, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so can we get someone to go through this section A?
African traditional religion preserved societal knowledge and values through oral traditions. Religious leaders and storytellers transmitted important information about community history, customs, beliefs, and moral teachings through myths, legends, folk tales, songs, and proverbs.
What's that now?
what they did.
Historical evidence.
These
Then,
oral traditions taught people about their origins, responsibilities, and acceptable behavior within society. This preserves
yes.
societal knowledge by ensuring that indigenous beliefs, and values were passed from one generation to another. It also
Promoted
social cohesion by strengthening cultural identity and respect for community traditions, while sustaining indigenous knowledge across generations.
What's
For
that?
example,
What's that?
Outcome
Eh?
of what they did.
Continue.
For example, many African societies use storytelling during communal gatherings to teach young people about honesty, responsibility, and respect for elders.
What's that?
This is the relevant.
Eh?
The relevance.
Example. Example. Then lastly,
the relevance.
These traditions remain relevant in strengthening respect for cultural heritage and moral values identified in the scenario. That is our relevancy to the current situation in the scenario.
okay, let's get more two people, then we go to European history.
African traditional
World affairs, not
religion.
European history.
African traditional religion.
Preserved societal knowledge and values through initiation ceremonies. That's the point. Initiation ceremonies marked important stages of life and prepared young people for adulthood through practical instruction and moral guidance. During these ceremonies, initiate During these ceremonies, initiates land community responsibilities, leadership, marriage, hard work, and respect for cultural norms.
What's that?
That's what they did. This preserved societal knowledge by transmitting indigenous skills, customs, and beliefs while promoting responsible citizenship.
That is
What's
the
that?
outcome
of what they did.
Even the second one is also about outcome.
Yes.
Pascal?
We are the one talking. We can't see one now.
We can't see that one.
Okay, let's continue.
It also strengthened social cohesion because young people understood their roles and responsibilities within the community. That's also the outcome of what they did. For example, initiation ceremonies among the Bagishu and other African societies prepared young people for responsible adult life.
That is the evidence.
The values of discipline and responsibility remain relevant in addressing declining moral values and youth misconduct highlighted in the scenario.
Relevance of the.
Is it okay?
Yes.
Okay, let's go to item B, then we go to European history. But make sure you conclude.
Yes.
Okay. Who can read for us the its evaluation or introduction?
Evaluate the lessons that contemporary communities can learn from African traditional religion in addressing the community challenges identified in the scenario.
Introduction.
Okay.
To a large extent, the positive teachings and practices of African traditional religion remain relevant in addressing the contemporary challenges identified in the scenario, namely corruption, drug abuse, domestic violence, environmental degradation, declining moral values, and weakening respect for cultural heritage. Although modernization, globalization, and constitutional changes have transformed many aspects of African societies, the positive values of African traditional religion can complement modern governance, education, and community development without undermining constitutional rights and freedom of worship.
I think it is clear.
Yes.
Yes.
So can we have 2 people do that, then 3 people, and then we go to European history?
Promote honesty, integrity, and accountability to combat corruption. African traditional religion emphasizes honesty, truthfulness, justice, and accountability because members believed that dishonesty attracted punishment from God, ancestors, or spirits.
What's that?
That's the.
It's
the empirical evidence.
Very good.
Religious leaders and elders encourage people to uphold integrity in both public and private life. And that's how they did it.
That is still historical evidence.
Evidence, yes.
We're on part B, remember?
Yes. Yeah. This lesson can address corruption identified in the scenario by promoting ethical leadership, transparency, and responsible use of public resources. That's the outcome.
Very good.
For example, many African societies believe that leaders who abuse their authority would face spiritual consequences and lose the confidence of their communities. This promotes accountability, public trust, and responsible governance.
What's that?
That's the.
What's that? You're forgetting?
Is the outcome.
However, corruption today is influenced by complex political and economic factors that cannot be solved by moral teaching alone. So that's the limitation.
However, side.
Still the limitation.
It's the limitation. Don't call it however side.
Yes.
Limitation.
Nevertheless, the values of honesty and accountability remain highly relevant because they strengthen ethical leadership and responsible citizenship. And that's the relevancy.
Okay. Do for us the second one and we go to something else.
We can't see. We can't see.
You can't see.
We can't see.
So, okay.
Yes.
Don't worry, we're working on it.
Okay.
It's clear now.
You can see now.
We cannot.
Yes.
Yes. You can see?
No.
We can now.
You can.
Yes.
Can you see?
No.
Yes.
Yes, no.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Let's look at this.
And
strengthen moral education, address drug abuse, and declining moral values. African traditional religion taught young people virtues such as honesty, self-control, hard work, respect for elders, and responsibility through storytelling, initiation ceremonies, and guidance from elders. This lesson can address drug abuse and declining moral values identified in the scenario by strengthening mentorship, value-based education, and responsible behavior among young people.
What's that?
Historical.
The what?
Historical evidence.
Like how
Ah.
to address. How to adopt. Like how the suggestion.
The suggested.
What to do, okay?
Yes.
Then we go to example.
For example, initiation ceremonies prepared youth for adulthood by teaching discipline and acceptable conduct within the community. This develops responsible citizens who reject harmful behaviors and contribute positively to society.
That is the
That's that.
evidence.
Evidence.
That's that.
No, the evidence.
That is the outcome, right?
Oh, yes.
Outcome.
Then we go to,
However, peer pressure, substance availability, and changing lifestyles continue to influence young people negatively. Nevertheless, moral education remains relevant because it provides a strong ethical foundation for responsible citizenship.
Okay, now let's go to the topics you know in European history, and we link them to what we're doing.
Islam revolution.
Islamic.
So one by one now.
Restoration of peace in Europe.
Restoration of peace in Europe. But it's a big one. Be specific.
The Vienna settlement.
Okay, the Vienna settlement. Okay. Analyze the role. For example, if the question says, if the problem is lack of peace, disunity, and lack of peace, disunity as our problem. Are we together?
Yes.
Now, analyze the role of Vienna settlement in preserving peace in Europe. That is part A. How do we go about it?
Give the point.
Which point?
Let's give the introduction of how the Vienna settlement.
First wait. I said the problem is lack of peace and disunity.
Yes.
So how do you start now? There is lack of peace and disunity in Europe. Or in Africa,
Yes.
There was lack of peace and disunity. Are we together? Is it okay?
Yes.
Yes.
Then you go to the introduction of Vienna settlement. What was Vienna settlement? Do you know some of its aims?
Yes.
Yes.
Then you go to the you go to the historical linking now. The statement that links the statement to the following are the roles of Vienna settlement in preserving. The following were the roles of Vienna settlement in preserving peace in Europe. Are you together?
Yes.
Like which one?
Pardon?
The Vienna settlement. The Vienna settlement prevented the future French
aggression.
What did it do? By merging states to create buffer. Are you listening? By merging states, for example, the Kingdom of Netherlands was merged with the Kingdom of Belgium to create. Are you listening? On the borders of France.
Yes.
Are you following?
Yes.
That was now what it did, okay?
Yes.
Then the outcome was this strengthened the neighbors of France, which prevented France from expanding and creating instability, which promoted the peace. Are you together?
Yeah.
Yes.
This is relevant to us that societies should strengthen themselves to defend themselves against aggressors. Are you following?
Yes.
Yes.
Who can give us 1 point in relation to that? For example, we had Which other point?
It ended the Napoleonic era.
What did it do? They united and fought Napoleon. Is it okay? And they even exiled him to the island of Helena. Are you getting it? They exiled him. Are you getting it?
Yes.
Yes. At the island.
So what happened after exiling him? This prevented Napoleon and his family from ruling France again. Are you together?
Yes.
So this is relevant to us because if there is an enemy, try to defeat him and Okay, now listen. Are you listening?
Yes.
Now, if they say evaluate the lessons your committee can learn from the impact of Vienna settlement, evaluate to address unity, to address the society's problem. Evaluate the lessons your society can learn from Vienna settlement to address society's problem of disunity and lack of peace. Are you together?
Yes.
Now, which lesson can you learn from the achievements? For example, the achievement of, let's say, can you look at the aims?
Redraw the map of Europe.
Aims? Yeah?
Redraw the map of Europe.
Which lesson can you learn from there? Can I give you that lesson? You know, this is about thinking, yeah? Our communities should strive very hard to ensure they collect the boundaries to avoid conflicts. Have you got something?
Yes.
Or they settle their boundaries with their neighbors to avoid conflicts. Are you getting it?
Yes.
Then you go to France during the period of Napoleon. Napoleon had attacked his neighbor and had expanded France from her original boundaries of 1790. And this had created peace, had created disunity and insecurity. So the lesson we can learn from this is we can also settle boundary dispute by calling community members and LC chairpersons and settle boundary disputes to avoid, to create harmony and unity, something like that. Are you getting it?
Yes, sir.
Then the other one of exiling, defeating Napoleon, or prevent aggression. The lesson we can learn from that government should endeavor to respect the independence of other states to avoid the occurrence of what happened in France.
Yes.
Is it okay?
Yes.
How should they prevent that? By creating peace, by creating regional integrations, by respecting boundaries. Are you getting it?
Yes.
This in turn will create good peace. I was forgetting the limitation. This in turn will create good peace, will create friendship and coexistence. Yes. However, this is limited by greed for mineral resources and other economic benefits, which forces other countries to attack boundaries of other
countries.
Are you getting?
Yes.
Nevertheless,
What lesson?
this can also,
Yes.
Okay. Now, members, what you do first, save my number in case of any questions. Are you ready?
Yes.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Yeah, we are ready.
It is 0704
Read the number.
0704
377
377
087. Mr. Chisitu Godfrey
Nida.
from Taiba International
Excuse me,
School.
teacher.
Yes,
Excuse me.
Pardon, please.
Pardon. 77.
0704
Yes.
377
Yes.
087.
087.
Okay.
Yes. Maybe you can get questions.
Pardon?
We wanted to talk
And-
about Islamic Revolution, but I think it will be some other time.
No problem. Islamic Revolution. Okay, jihad.
Yes.
You didn't understand that topic?
Yes.
Yes.
Of course, these were religious wars
Uh-huh.
that were fought by staunch Muslims. When I say staunch, you understand. People are
Yes.
so addicted to Islam, okay?
Yes.
And they were fighting against people who are nominal Muslim, unserious Muslims, eh?
Yes.
Who are Muslims, but they drink alcohol, they do things which are not accepted by Islam. They were also fighting against non-Muslims, and they were also fighting against Christianity. Is it okay?
Yes.
Now, it all started with a trade which they used to call trans-Saharan trade, where people moved from West Africa through the Saharan desert, and they ended up reaching West Africa. So
Yes.
they converted leaders who are participating in trade. For example, there was a kingdom called Songhai. There was a leader who was converted called Mansa Musa, and Askia Muhammad the Great. There were leaders of Mali. There were leaders of Ghana who were converted. Now, there was a kingdom called the Songhai, which was in West Africa, but after it was attacked by the people who are Moroccans, I've forgotten the name, Amrovites. After attacking them, they migrated and settled in northern Nigeria. So they settled, but they found there the Fulani, and these Fulani, they found there the Hausa. Now, when these ones migrated, they became the Fulani. The people who migrated from Shanghai, they became the Fulani. Then they found the Hausa. The Hausa were non-Muslims, and some were Muslims, and they were the leaders. And the Fulani were educated in Islam, but they were not leaders. So they fought. There were so many causes that led to the jihads. But these jihads were staged by so many people, like Uthman Dan Fodio in northern Nigeria, Alhaji Umar of Tokora, Samore Ture of Mandika. So these were converted Muslims, but they were hiding under religion to create empires. So they pretended to be fighting for religion, but they had other political and social motives. Is it okay? So the causes, of course, there are political causes, economic causes, social causes. But basically, once you know the background, it becomes very easy.
Yes.
Okay. Another question?
The Syrian question.
How can Mahadist revolution?
A Mahadist revolt.
Jihad.
Okay, the Mahadist revolt took place in Sudan. Sudan then, by then, was not divided, okay? Now, Sudan, what happened? The Ottoman Empire from Turkey, that part of Turkey colonized so many countries. And it also colonized the northern part of Africa, including Egypt, Algeria, Tunisia, Morocco. Are you together?
Yes.
And they put representatives who are ruling them, representatives in Africa who are ruling them on their behalf. These representatives were called Beys. Now, time came when Turkey got out of problems. I don't know whether you've done something about the sickness of Turkey, Europe.
Yes.
During the Vienna settlement, Turkey became so sick because it was colonizing so many countries. It got so many problems. Now, Egypt became semi-independent. Under a man called Khedive Ismail. He paid them, he bought those people of Ottoman Empire to grant them semi-independent. So Egypt became semi-independent under Khedive Ismail. Are we together?
Yes.
But now, because Khedive Ismail wanted to colonize, he went and colonized Sudan, which is under Egypt. But because they were under Turkish rule, are you together?
Yes.
They were semi-independent. They were still under Turkish rule. They set up a government which they called Turco-Egyptian administration in Sudan. Are you following?
Yes, sir.
It ruled Sudan for so many years, and their major aim was to steal the resources of Sudan. The other thing which caused the problem, the Sudanese were staunch Muslim under Hanafite sect, and the Turkish were just liberal Muslims who permitted concubinage, adultery, alcohol drinking. Are you getting it?
Yes.
When they ruled Sudan, the Sudanese felt humiliated, they felt cheated. So there's a man, the Muslims have a tendency of saying that after 100 years of suffering, God sends a savior. The savior is called a Mahdi. So one man stood up and called himself a savior, Mahdi. That's why it was called Mahdi's revolt.
Mahdi's revolt, yes.
Is it okay? And the causes, first of all, they wanted to create an ideal Islamic state where they rule a state according to Islamic law.
Yes.
They were also blaming Sudan for employing, stopping slave trade. They stopped slave trade, which was a major source of income for. They put tax, but the revolutions have almost the same causes. Bad administration, overtaxation, land alienation, those are things.
Yes.
Okay, another question?
Foreign struggles in South Africa.
Okay, so thank you very much. I think you've benefited somehow.
Yes. What
Have you
of
benefited?
the
Yes?
Beijing Treaty and the Jameson Raid?
Now, the Vereeniging Treaty, it's okay. To understand the Vereeniging Treaty, you need to know that we had two thieves who settled in South Africa. We had the Boers were the first to settle there at the Cape. Then the British came and displaced them, and they took over the Cape, and the Boers went into the interior. Then they discovered minerals where the Boers had settled. That is the Orange Free State, Transceiver. Are you together?
And Pretoria.
So they had set up their states there, and the British were just along the coast, along the Cape and at Natal. Now, what happened after the discovery of minerals? The British developed the need to colonize the whole of South Africa. So they went in the interior and started disturbing the Boers. So they fought a first war, which was called the First Anglo-Boer War, between the British and the Boers.
Yes.
And in that First Anglo-Boer War, the British were defeated.
Yes.
And they signed an agreement, which they called the Pretoria Convention.
Yes.
Are you following?
Yes.
Now, the Boers violated the Pretoria Convention. They had agreed to protect the rights of the Uitlanders. The Uitlanders were people who are coming from Europe, and they were settling there. The Boers didn't want to have equal rights. The British wanted the Boers to respect the rights of Africans, but the Boers didn't want that. The British wanted to control the foreign affairs of the Boers, which they didn't want, so they violated. Another war broke out, which war was called the Second Anglo. No, before the Second Anglo-Boer War, there is a man called Jameson who felt bad that the Boers had defeated the British. He went and raided, but he was also defeated and arrested.
And humiliated.
So the British came again and fought the Second Anglo-Boer War. When the Second Anglo-Boer War ended, they signed an agreement, which we call the Vereeniging Treaty. Are you together?
Yes.
And that Vereeniging Treaty, they agreed on so many things. And it was on the basis of the Vereeniging Treaty that they had to unite through the Act of Union.
Yes.
Any other the last question?
In Europe, the Eastern question. Syrian crisis.
The Eastern question was brought by the the Ottoman Empire was so big, just like the Roman Empire. It was colonizing so many countries. It was colonizing Greece, it was colonizing Syria, it was colonizing Egypt. Are you together?
Yes.
Now, time came when Turkey got so many problems and states started breaking away. Are you together?
Yes.
Syria was one of them. Egypt was one of them. Even in Greece, that's why they fought so many wars. There was the Greek War of Independence. Is it okay?
Syrian crisis.
The Syrian crisis. So they all became from the declining big empire which was ruling those. Turkey was made up of so many nationalities, people of different countries. So they were not connecting.
Yes.
Are you together?
Yes.
Okay. I think hope you've benefited.
Yes. Thank you.
What have you benefited before I conclude?
The approach.
Which one?
The question approach for the evaluation.
Let me see them.
What have you benefited?
Okay. Yes. What have you learned?
Everything you've taught.
What have you learned? Not everything. Tell me that everything you're talking about.
The evaluation part.
How do you evaluate?
So, as we said, we first
Go with the lesson.
the lesson learned, and then we link it
Go with
to the
historical
past.
evidence.
That is the historical evidence, and then the suggested ideas or the how to adopt.
Then the outcome.
The example first, the evidence comes first, for example. Then we go to the outcome, the limitation, and lastly, the relevance. That is part B of every question. But I was wondering if also even in Europe, we also have to do part B with the same strategy.
Yes. In fact, we don't separate them. They set history as a whole. That's why we have some topics from European history set, I think.
In Africa.
You get?
Yes.
For example, the Ujamaa policy.
Yes.
You find it in the other side.
In
Then
Europe.
you see nationalization of education. I'm seeing people's hands up. Christ the King, you can ask Mary Asupta, Chiboga parents, Bombo Amme. You can ask your question before I leave.
Excuse me,
Yes,
sir.
Saint Mary's Assumpta.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
First of all, I appreciate for all that you've done. My question
you.
was, is it a must that on this number B, where you've talked of like beginning with to a larger extent, is it a must that you must begin with it, or is it to all questions, or a question can come it needs
To all questions.
you to require you to answer like that.
Okay, when they are
questions.
scoring, we look at historical knowledge, we look at relevance, we look at coherence. So we look at, it's not like the other way of marking. Things are a bit different. So for you, what you do, you have to fight very hard and fulfill whatever is needed.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yes.
Can I get another question?
The last question. It's about the Cold War.
Yes. Is it hard?
Sorry?
The Cold War was not a war. It
Then
was
what
just
was
a diplomatic. They didn't fight, but they sponsored people. They were overthrowing governments. There were two ideologies. It happened after the Second World War when Germany was defeated. You know, Russia was on the side of USA. Of course, USA joined later.
Yes.
Now, they defeated Germany, and Germany was divided into two, East German and West German. In East Germany, they introduced the communism. The other side, they introduced capitalism. Now, each country wanted its idea to dominate. So they started now overthrowing presidents. They started sponsoring wars. For example, in Angola, they sponsored a war. The Russians were supporting Dos Santos, and the Americans were supporting Savimbi, and they fought for so many years. They would overthrow government. They would do terrorism. So they didn't confront themselves, but there was ideological wars.
Okay,
Yes, Abed Richard.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your facilitation. We are out.
Serere, secondary school, what are you saying? Okay. Have a nice time.
Thank you.
Wish you
Thank you, sir.
success. But the problem is you have to read everything from A up to Z. Imagine they bring a question which is compulsory and you never covered it.
Yes.
Then, like for example, item 3, they bring 2 items, but imagine they bring 2 items when you've not covered them. So you have to read everything if you're to pass. Secondly, for whatever you read, if you want to know where questions come from, read the competence. Usually the question comes from the competence or learning outcomes. But competence, as you're revising, I guess you have access to the NCDC syllabus.
Yes.
Each topic has a competence. That's where usually the questions come from. So all the questions are linked to the competence, but they can also look at the learning outcomes. So they can also ask a question from the learning outcome itself. So make sure you...
Mr. What seminar comes next? Facilitation. Yes. What facilitation comes next?
You hear from the organizer.
Okay.
Maybe he can communicate to you. Okay, let's look at this syllabus and I show you. Let's look at this NCDC syllabus and you see what I mean by competence. Okay, there. Are you seeing that?
Yes.
Are you seeing the topic?
Yes.
Social and economic systems in pre-colonial Africa. Are you getting it?
Yes.
Do you know the topics under that?
Yes.
Which topics?
The S.6 plans, insertion ceremonies, and HR.
Now, all questions. Are you getting it? Look here. Now, let me show you where the questions came from. Are you seeing this?
Yes.
Do you see what I've highlighted?
Yes.
The learner
That is
appreciates.
part A. That is part A. Have you seen it?
Yes.
So they can set all of them in one, like in the question I gave you, or they can pick out one and they tell you to analyze its structures and how it helped. Are you seeing that we're getting the question from the competence?
Yes.
Now go to this. Are you seeing where part B is coming from?
How they can be used to address current societal challenges.
Have you seen?
Yes.
Now, all topics under this, let me show you. For all these topics, oh, it is very fast. Let me check. For all these topics, the questions will rotate around there. But they can pick one, they can decide to, are you seeing these topics? Social and the clans, insertion ceremony, African traditional religion, pre-colonial production. Are you seeing them?
Yes.
So all those topics, what they said about them is that. Hope you've known that.
Yes.
Have you known that?
Yes.
Let's go to something else. Then we have
Yes. I read that scenario.
we have this. We have, of course, the learning outcomes are there, but all the questions stem from that. Then we go to this.
Item 2.
We go to that. I think pre-colonial trade.
Yes.
Eh?
Yes.
Are you seeing evaluate?
The learner evaluates pre-colonial trade systems in Africa by examining their impact to appreciate their contribution to the continent's economic development and the struggle for equality.
Very good. So there is analyzing the impact. Is it okay?
Yes.
Then appreciate their contribution. Now, they can say, assess the contributions of pre-colonial trade systems to the development, to the economic development, and the lessons. You can say, assess the lessons that can be learned from the contributions of pre-colonial trade systems to economic development and struggle for equality. Are you seeing where the question is coming from?
Yes.
Are you seeing where the analyzing is coming from and where analyzing, you analyze the impact in section A? Then to evaluate the lessons that can be learned from the contributions to the continental economic development and struggle. Are you seeing where the questions are coming from?
Yes.
So they can tell you to analyze. Now, this learning outcome, they can set a question related to that from one learning outcome. But when it is also geared towards the other one, hope you're getting it. So here I have trans-Saharan trade, transatlantic trade. Human trafficking is also there. Then you go to Islamic Revolution. Are you seeing Islamic Revolution? People, are we together?
Yes.
Are you seeing analyze the impact of Islamic Revolution? Are you seeing? Hello?
Yes, we are seeing.
Are you seeing part B? Explain how they have shaped culture, the lessons. So you look at the competence. You got scramble and partition. Analyze European imperialism in Africa by examining its causes and effects. Are you seeing?
Yes.
Then, after that, which lessons can you learn from the causes, process, and impact to solve
I have a question.
Africa's challenge? Okay, one more question and we call it a day.
Yes, where does the Berlin Conference, which topic does it fall?
Hey, Berlin Conference first comes. Now I'm going to show you the elements of construct and you know where the topics lie.
Okay. So how can I get the content that we've discussed today?
How can you get?
That content.
Tell them. Okay, don't worry. You have my WhatsApp number.
Okay.
Okay. So when they are setting, and I think some of you aren't around, Now, so are you seeing social and economic systems in Africa?
Yes.
Item 1, 2, 3. The first item comes from that. Are you seeing?
Yes.
And it is compulsory. They ask about that. Then the second item comes from 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they can set any of those and it is compulsory. Are you together?
Yes.
The third one is from there. Where? The third one is from, let me see. Wait. The third one is from there. Are you seeing all those topics? They said 2 questions and you choose one. Imagine all those questions. There are how many?
8.
All those questions. They said 2 items and you choose 1. But are you seeing the last one is about World War? It's also, are you seeing Sierra Leone and Liberia in the World War context? Are you seeing the nationalism and challenges of integration in the Middle East? Are you seeing that is in this paper?
Yes.
Yes. So you have to read all those topics. They set 1. Are you seeing separatism and ethnic nationalism in Africa, etc.? So here they set, now they can choose to set a question on 1, 2, 3 vertically. Or they can choose one and they talk about it.
What about paper
together?
2?
Paper 3, okay, you can go there, go there and you see. Now paper 3, item 1 comes from that. They can set any one question, which is compulsory from this. Then item 2 comes from that. So they said, we have that. Are you seeing?
Yes.
And that, and there you attempt 2 questions. In this construct, you attempt 1. But are you seeing post-independence ideologies in East Africa is now in paper 2? Yeah?
Yes.
So, and even this.
Paper 2 also requires analysis and evaluation.
Yes. It's not about paper 2. That's why they have arranged them. Are you seeing these are topics? They call them elements of construct. When they are setting, they call them elements of construct. They say in the first paper, we shall set that topic and that topic and that topic. They combined all the papers. There were so many papers. So they set there and there. Then this is the continuation. Don't you see 4? This is 3. This is 4. Are you getting it? They are not showing that this is paper 1. This is a tab. They said they are from paper 1. Then this is tab. So it is history. They are examining history. And history is the same. It doesn't change. Once you know paper 1, you know paper 2. Am I clear there?
Yes.
Is that okay,
I can also
people?
use,
Yes?
as we're answering the other tests, we're using other words to explain the point. But can I use the historical thinking, application, and knowledge?
In which section?
As I'm constructing a point.
Can you use what?
Historical thinking, knowledge, and application.
And I'm saying which we have task A and task B. In which task? Is it A,
In
B?
task A.
Task A, task A state the point, explain how it worked, give its outcome plus example, then plus relevance. Okay, have a nice time, people. Come and
Yes,
say.
we
I hand you over
appreciate.
to to Teacher Stephen. Thank you for being good audience.
Welcome.
Okay, listen to Teacher.
Okay, thank you so much, Teacher Godfrey, for the wonderful session. And thank you so much, all the schools and the students, for keeping on this time. Tomorrow, we shall have the ICT session at the same time. We are going to be sharing with you the items this evening. Yes, we shall share them today. And also the material that Teacher Godfrey has used to discuss, we shall share it with you such that you can be able to go through it. Then those who are asking about the other paper, we shall have more time. I know also that people of geography are asking, we shall also have more time. We are going to be letting you know when we shall be able to have those sessions. But this week's program, we shall have economics, we are going to have entrepreneurship, we are going to have literature, we shall have ICT this week, and then we shall close with the general paper on Saturday. Please take note that on Saturday, the session will happen at 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. for general paper. So thank you so much. Then for physics, we shall let you know when we shall have that session, because we cannot have all sessions this week, but we shall let you know when we shall have those sessions. And even for biology, we shall also let you know when the time comes. Otherwise, I don't know. Let me first pick Bombo Army. I don't know what Bombo Army. I think your hand, you wanted to ask something. Bombo Army, if you could unmute. Bombo Army. Oh, Bombo Ame,
Yes.
was it a question?
Good evening, sir.
Yes, good evening.
I'm kindly requesting when is the Kiswahili seminar?
Kiswahili seminar. Let me not promise that we are going to have it this term, but we shall have it in third term.
And the divinity seminar?
Divinity seminar has already happened. You can just check on YouTube. It was there last week.
What about geography?
Another question is that are we allowed to make conclusion both on A and B?
Are you come again?
In history,
yes.
Are we allowed to conclude in part A and B?
Yes, you're supposed to conclude your essay.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, I have said entrepreneurship is this week, economics is this week, literature is this week, ICT is this week. Economics is on Wednesday, entrepreneurship is on Thursday, and then literature is on Friday, general paper is on Saturday. Yeah, so kindly prepare in that direction. Okay, I think that is it. Maybe Ntenjelu from Mukono. Ntenjelu. Sorry, Ntenjelu, come.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, good evening.
Well, thank you for the session. We really appreciate. Now, I have one request. Do we have any platform? Because where we can access the materials. Also, for today's session, for biology, chemistry, I've seen you uploading them on YouTube, and we can access them. Then this one, because of network issues, we've been able to miss the first session. So I request humbly if we can have that provision of uploading on YouTube, also for the platform.
Now, there is this platform here we call the Padlet. Whatever thing we do, we always upload it here. Now, you'll check here that we update it on a daily basis. that in case you want mocks, let me say you want mocks for some of the subjects you do, you'll just come here. We have updated. We keep on updating and uploading. You can check that we have already uploaded something in history paper 2 here. Those we have history mock here already updated. In case you do not have mocks, they're already here. And even these particular ones that we have just discussed today, we are going to have them uploaded here. In fact, if you check now, you can notice that now I have uploaded them there, so you can access them from here. So everything you are going to access it from here. So as long as you access this link that I'm going to share in the chat, you'll be able to access. Then, so let me share the link. The link is there. So we are trying to put whatever thing we are doing here. Then those who have not access, let me say now like last week, in case you are not able to access, still you are going to just come to YouTube. When you come to YouTube, you are going to look out for Holistic e-learning platform. So when you come here, you'll check out that the sessions we have had. Let me say yesterday we had submath. We had this was submath. Kiswahili, this was for O level. You can check that biology is here, Sarah E is here. Those who never attended Sarah E, you'll find Sarah E here. And maybe any other session that you might have missed last week, you'll find it there. The only session that we do not have here is geography. Yes, it's geography that we never uploaded, but we are still working out to see how we can retrieve some of those particular recordings such that we can also have it there.
Thank you so much, sir.
Okay. Okay. Kivoga parents.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, good evening.
I thank for the great opportunity. First of all, I thank you for this session. Another thing, I had a question from the start and up to now. It is the setting approach.
The
setting approach, how these items are set. Because recently we had a facilitator and he emphasized on setting approaches in entrepreneurship, like they are it is short-lived, or short-lived items, and like that, whereby the content or the responses are given in the scenario, and you can find others when they are just open. It needs like the notes you are given in class. So how is it in history?
Now, what I can say is that when it comes to the new curriculum for your A level, you need to understand the scenario. After understanding the scenario, you identify what is the problem, what is the challenge. Then from there, that's when you can go on and respond. Sometimes you may find that within the scenario, you have some hints already. Then you'll find that for some, you may not have hints, but you may need to think. That's why now here, exposure. Here you need to think, not to only depend on the notes you have. You may find that you may have notes in class, but only 1 or 2 or 3 points are relevant out of the 15 or out of the 12. So here you need to think and ask yourself, is this point that I'm giving relevant to the scenario? If you feel that it's not irrelevant, then that means you need to go back on the drawing board and check out how you are going to do it. But when it comes to assessment, like the teacher told you, it can be vertical assessment or horizontal, whereby they can combine or have a mixture of different topics within one scenario. And then you need to mix up ideas. Let me say you find yourself mixing ideas from social and economic institutions in Africa, pre-colonial trade system, Islamic revolutions. So you can find that that is just one item, but all those concepts. But here you need to look out for relevance, because we are looking at how can you be able to solve the problems within society using your historical what? Historical knowledge. So please make sure that you relate whatever point you are giving, you relate it to what? To the scenario, and ask yourself at the end, have I solved the problem within the what? The scenario. So your explanation you are giving should be related to the problem within the scenario. You state its outcome, the significance, and then combine it with all the knowledge you have. Hope I have responded to you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Okay. So, dear students, it's no longer about just you writing points, but make sure that you write a quality point, a point that you think is going to have or is going to solve the problem within, because they are going to be looking at your introduction, that have you been able to identify the problem within the scenario? Are you able to accurately and detailed come up with the knowledge? Do you have the facts? Are you able to make a recommendation to the community, to the society? How are your points flowing, the coherency? So make sure that the expected outcomes, whatever thing you are coming up, there is a problem you are solving. Ensure that before you leave the scenario, you are solving a problem within it. If you have not solved the problem, you have not responded to the task within the scenario. And pay attention to the command words. You are going to note that the words they're using are command words. You are going to find words like elucidate, you are going to find words like analyze, evaluate, and this assess. So make sure that those words that they use are very common to you, or you have understood what you are going to write. It's not about writing 15 points, but if those 15 points that you are writing are not solving the problem within the society, you are not showing the relevancy, you are not going to score highly. You are not going to score, because at the end of the day, they are looking at you being in position to solve a problem within the society. So why don't you allow that we end at this point? Unless, let me pick just one person from Chankwas, St. Joseph's. St. Joseph Chankwas, if you can unmute. Okay, I think I'll fail to get St. Joseph Chankwazi. Bupadego. Bombo Ame, your hand is still up. Okay, but allow me that we end here. We shall start from here tomorrow. I want to wish you a good evening, and bye-bye, everyone.